The Walt Disney Company is jumping right back into the bed of politics, and instead of backing down, moving to the mainstream middle, the sensible center where money is made, now Walt Disney World is making the largest ever local political contribution to a Democratic mayoral candidate in a very red state that is, of course, Florida. That's not great for getting along with the leadership there, but Disney simply cannot help itself. Today we'll tell you why it's yet another daring attempt by Disney to stay right in the middle of controversy. What a day, what a great day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming our way. It's an attitude of gratitude right here from somewhere sunny USA every time you decide to come our way. We appreciate you. You're seen, heard, and respected, unlike what would happen, of course, in the Hollywood Hills. As we dive in today, click that like button. Jonas, take it away. It's time to talk about Disney back in politics.
It looks like Disney parks are back into the political game in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, my shocked face.
The classically apolitical company Disney, that's sarcasm for the Tylenol crowd, has made a $100,000 donation to Democrat Stephanie Murphy's political campaign in Orange County, Florida. Not the Orange County that Disneyland is in, but the Orange County that Disney World is in. Let's go to this story from Trevor Denning of that park place. The Walt Disney Company is once again making headlines in Florida. According to a newly released campaign finance record, Disney Experiences contributed $100,000 to former U.S. Representative Stephanie Murphy's campaign for Orange County mayor, marking what is believed to be the company's largest ever donation to a local political candidate. The contribution, first reported by the Orlando Sentinel, underscores Disney's continued interest in the political leadership of the county that is home to Walt Disney World. The company declined the newspaper's request for comment. Now, Disney has been involved in local Orange County politics for a very long time, until Ron DeSantis said you're not allowed to do that.
Yes.
They had something called the Reedy Creek Improvement District for a very long time, in which they would set the board of the local improvement district using their own people, who would sometimes have @disney.com email addresses, and they would issue municipal bonds, otherwise known as government bonds, from a Disney operated and owned. Sorry, let me rephrase this. They would allegedly. The audit findings from the people who went and looked into this felt that there was an inappropriate relationship between RCID and the Disney company in issuing municipal bonds by a corporation. Again, municipal bonds are supposed to be in the public interest, and Disney is a private company. That public-private partnership was basically a private-private partnership, in fact, though. But now, after Disney, which all of that was dissolved. Marvin, do you remember what the inciting incident that got that all dissolved was?
Reedy Creek Improvement District, that would be the Parental Rights and Education Bill. The Parental Rights and Education Bill, which was, referred to in the media as the Don't Say Gay Bill. Disney was not taking a stance on that publicly, but then Bob Chapek, who was the CEO at the time, was essentially pulled into a meeting and held against his will by Victoria Alonso for 3 hours until he agreed. And Bob Iger, who was not the CEO at the time, came out publicly and lambasted the company for not taking a stance on it. So Bob Chapek came out. He came out against the Parental Rights and Education Bill, and Ron DeSantis then made his life a living hell for the next several months until he was fired.
Right, and in all of that, Chapek vowed to fight any legislation that was like the Parental Rights and Education Bill in any jurisdiction in the United States where something like that was proposed, because he said he wasn't an ally enough, as he was holding the paper down, and you couldn't see off screen to see whether or not he was being physically threatened, but it did read like a hostage video here. So
yeah, Victoria Alonso was holding a lead pipe.
Let's add some context on Victoria Alonso, the infamous VFX supervisor and then eventual VFX production head of Marvel Studios. Yeah. She basically said that she chewed him out for 45 minutes or something like that when she got her GLAAD award. Was it before or after being fired that she confessed to chewing out the CEO?
I don't know. She might. I could see it being beforehand because I feel like I knew this story before she got fired. So and then caused him to make a decision that would go on to haunt them forever.
Right. So to get back to this story, though, Murphy is a Democrat in Florida's 7th Congressional District. She was a congresswoman from 2017 to 23 and is one of 4 candidates seeking to replace the outgoing Orange County Mayor, Jerry Demings. Disney's $100,000 contribution helped Stephanie Murphy's campaign expand an already sizable fundraising advantage. Her campaign has also received major financial support from Bloomberg, Hyatt Brown, Beach Holly, Murphy's Center Aisle PAC. So if it's just a money thing, I think she's doing pretty well.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about Florida. Florida is a red state, but once you start getting into some of the more populated areas, you get bluer cities. And
Orlando is a very blue city. I would say it's a Roy G. Biv city because it is a very rainbow colored city. But yeah, it is Orlando is a very blue city.
Yeah. Caro, looking at this, knowing Disney's political history here, would you say that this is a sign that Disney's about to get right back into the politics that they were supposedly getting out of, or is this just par for the course?
I really feel like they're about to get back into it, because if there's one thing Disney has been really good at, not doing, it's learning from past events. So we can take a look at their choices with their movie productions and all of that, and look at this, and they're probably thinking well, we'll just do this and see if we can. This might be their way to get more financial backing, since they keep losing money on all their films as well. That's one thought I have. Allegedly, please don't come for me. I'm just a little tiny author out here in Texas.
They are losing money on all of their films, in my opinion. Generally speaking, they've never really made money on their films. They're ads for the parks, but when the parks aren't making money, then wow, they're screwed.
Because they're going more and more into the hole right now. They have to butter up to somebody. And for some reason, it's not the customers.
This actually might not be so much about this woman specifically, Stephanie Murphy. It might also be about who, taking care of, getting out of somebody else. Because if you read on, Orange County Commissioner Mayra Uribe suggested the company backed Murphy because of disagreements over her own efforts to reduce the tourism industry's influence on county government.
Now, that's an interesting idea here. Yeah. I mean, the tourism industry's influence, to me, that reads as NBC and Disney, but mostly Disney, because Disney is much more active politically in the area than NBC.
You don't think SeaWorld is getting in on the political action?
I actually saw a really great story out of SeaWorld rescuing 50 belugas that had been left at an abandoned theme park recently. So, for all that blackfish trouble that they got in a while ago, I appreciate what they're doing now. Love to see this Free Willy reboot that supposedly the Russo brothers are going to be doing.
Leave it alone.
We all know what it's going to be.
Leave it alone.
Nobody touched that Michael Jackson song, right? Yeah. But looking at this, Disney does its best when it donates a small amount to all political candidates to just keep everybody on their good side. But I wonder if even touching that at all at this point runs afoul, because politics have become so divisive that you can't donate to quote unquote everybody. Anymore.
So, there are multiple Democratic candidates in this race right now, and a lot of them were just kind of hey, what the heck? There was one of them that's referenced in the article by Trevor, who did a phenomenal job on this one, who said she's Orange County Clerk of Courts Tiffany Moore Russell expressed surprise, calling the amount shocking after previously speaking with Disney representatives before learning the company had chosen to support Murphy instead. So...
I think Disney. Caro said it best. I think Disney is back to their old shenanigans, and it'll remain to be seen how they handle this over the next few years.
I feel like Jonas, Pro would be very disappointed with us if we did not mention why that might be, and it could be summed up in 2 words: Dana Walton.
Yes. Actually, there's a lot of positioning, like that story about whether or not they would sell off Disney Plus, or not really sell. I think they would nullify Disney Plus more than they would sell it. But that would either shift Dana Walden to different sectors, or allow the parks business to do what it does, or maybe even allow the creatives to just create instead of worrying about distribution platforms here.
That's craziness.
Yeah, and the fact that she tried to downplay her relation to a certain political candidate, fascinating to watch that. That sounded like I was making a reference to Trump. If nobody knows who Dana Walden is hanging out with, right? To try to distance her relationship with Kamala Harris and Doug Emhoff back before she got passed over for the CEO role. I wonder if this company is just irreparable and truly lost. I honestly think that it is. So,
man, I forgot all about Kamala until you mentioned her name.
Yeah. It's sometimes her laugh reverberates through the utilidors over there at the Disney company.
That sounds nice. I'm jealous of you.
Parting is such sweet sorrow, ladies and gentlemen. It's only made sweet because there's more content on the way. We never stop. It drives the Holly Weirds mad, but we've got decades left in the can, and we keep going and going and going. Oh, wait. Are we showing our cards? That's right. We'll never stop going near and far and sending out the content you love. Folks, you can help us continue to do just that. Smash that like button, drop a comment down below, let us know your thoughts. And until the next time, keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.